Okay. Recording in progress.
Oh
I'm gonna
man,
give me the option to leave.
let's talk battle rappers. Let's talk battle rappers here, man. Titus, Q, Smoke. We got a legend. We got a guest in the building, man.
Yeah. You said it right the first time.
Ace Amin, man. I did. I know, right? Ace Amin,
What's
man.
happening?
Congratulations, man. Beautiful
Thank you.
cinematic showing. You know what I'm saying? The promo matched the battle. You know, I'm glad like we were able to, really push the agenda for this battle. We pushing the agenda. I'm not. We wanted this.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like not.
facts,
This,
facts.
this was
Oh yeah,
established.
there was some agenda pushing that was
Yeah,
happening.
That's 100% accurate. 100% accurate. I appreciate y'all too. I appreciate all of y'all.
for sure. Q, we got one, bro. Like
Yo,
agency. We've been having a year.
I'm not gonna lie, like Ace, like you was one of our like foundational clients, and like our agency been having a bad year.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
you saved our year.
we needed this. We needed this breakthrough. So we appreciate it, man.
I appreciate y'all. I'm honored, man. Be in the privileged position of being able to, salvage the year. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah, that's all we need. We just needed one. We needed one. That's all we needed. We had to restructure, rebrand. But we got the one. We good. We good to go.
Respectfully. I mean, we talking about biggest battle and the biggest battle in the car, or the biggest.
You in the
I don't feel like damn, the service is good here.
you,
Man, no, you underwater right now.
yeah.
I'm on the part.
All right, that'll work.
Yo.
Yeah,
I'm
got
out the
you.
way. All right.
All right.
Yeah, I was saying biggest battle on the biggest card of the year. Like, I don't know how niggas gonna sweep this one under the rug, but niggas always seem to find a way to be able to like discredit it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
let's see. I'm interested in seeing what is gonna be the asterisk or the attempted asterisk placed by this one. Just because I'm solely
I don't think
because
there
I'm
is.
involved.
I don't think there is this time. I think that like, despite like a lot of the shit that I felt like has been like misconceptions and stigmas about you that like weren't entirely like accurate over this point in time, it's like, what do you say to this? Like, I feel like for me that this is like some undeniable shit, and if you try to, like, you're gonna look like a hater. Like, even if there's a contingent of people that like just will never like Ace Amin, if you sit there and like shit on this, like, you're just gonna like come across as a hater.
Yeah. It's like he's here, but he's not here.
I hear where I'm at. Where I'm at. I can hear. I heard you. I can hear you. Y'all can't hear me.
We can hear you a little, but
A little
the
bit.
Yo.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I'm about to go. I'm about to go back in the house, man. I'm about to go back inside, man.
All right.
This ain't. Yeah, hold on. I'm right down the street. I'm gonna park
All
over
right. You
here where
good.
the service is good.
You good.
Um, I agree. I'm just not. I agree with you. I'm just not optimistic about this. I just feel like niggas is always whenever. Only saving grace this time is the fact that Nitty is involved. So people tend not to. They tend not to downplay any of Nitty's accolades or accomplishments. So maybe that end of it, but even then, I think that my role in it is already in kind of in the process. I don't feel like there's anybody that even Jerry West. I don't think that Jerry West performed as valiantly as I did or as well. And I'm keeping it 100. And the reason why, like they're gonna say the result, or he had a clear victory. I'm like, no, his opponent wasn't as good as my opponent, nowhere near. So it's like no offense to DNA. It's just in that event, and I don't mean like in general he's not better than he's not like nowhere near as good as I'm saying like that night he wasn't as good as him. So I don't feel like what he did or all those props and everything else against like DNA was like and not to discredit Jerry, I fuck with Jerry, but I don't think that it was better than me going up there and rapping against having the highest degree of difficulty than anybody because he had a bunch of like he wanted to run out of this world 3 like right when COVID at the start of COVID, Jerry West was untaught and was unfuckwittable. So he's had like very very high profile. He's battled Rum twice. Had very high profile opponents on stages. And this is his first known. I mean, his first summer madness. But I don't feel like it was the same level of the as far, especially in terms of what was expected from the fans. Like, yeah, nobody had him win it, but nobody had him just like dying either. Like niggas had me supposed to be going in there and dying. Niggas said I couldn't rap. Niggas said I couldn't be on no stage. Niggas said all type of shit. Niggas didn't say none of that about him. They just said he couldn't be DNA. So I think that it's already in the role of being like kind of like dismissed and forgotten about. It's like, nah, I was there. I like what he was doing towards the latter part of all his rounds, but it was always like the latter parts of his round that was heating up. It was never like all the way through. And then even like first two rounds, we were saying it was a like, I mean, not the I'm sounding like I'm shit on him. But we was in the building, we was like, I was sitting next to somebody, I'm not gonna say who they were, Jay Black. And they were saying that it's a pretty like not entertaining battle up until like, you know what I'm saying, the second like halfway through second round, and then it got kind of crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I don't go ahead though.
Okay, y'all definitely had battle of the night for sure. So I think that's gonna be the carry. And it's like y'all have the type of battle night where like the promo match the battle, which is not always common in the culture. So that's always gonna carry it as well. I think it was a good show. So like being on that Summer Madness stage, the first round, did you have to adjust a little bit? I felt like you get more. I felt like to me you got more comfortable as the round went on.
Yeah. If I'm 100% honest with you, the first, for some reason, I don't know how to rap at the beginning of my battles. Every battle, I don't know every battle, and it's not like nerves, none of that. Like I'd be fine. It's not nerves. It's literally like I think I'm too excited. No freaky. That sounds crazy. God damn. It's like I'm too. It's not anxious either. It's like I'm too like eager to get the bars off.
Yeah.
It's like I'm too eager, and it's like. I don't know. It's just every battle, bro. Like I can't. The way my style is, like slow walking into shit doesn't really like. It works to a degree, but I gotta get to like that penultimate speed that I'm gonna get to in order for like the highlights to be there. And so like I wasn't that I got more comfortable, as I got less eager. If that makes sense.
That makes sense. Yeah, that definitely makes sense.
I was less eager. I got less eager. Like I just as I was saying more, I got more settled in terms of not being so eager to say what I wanted. Cause I knew this shit was fire. I'm like, I need to say this shit. Right. I need these niggas to hear this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but that happens to everybody. I don't know what the fuck that's about. I really genuinely don't know what that's about. Like I just like it's like, and I don't ever fuck up on Twitter. Like niggas be like, yo, you need to slow down. I'm like, bro, that's never what. Like I don't fuck up on tongue twisters. Those are the parts that I practice the most.
Yeah.
Like you better hope your mental health, you better hope your mental health after this mental health, your mental up front. I'll never fuck up on that. But if I fuck up, it's gonna be on something as simple as it's gonna be word choice. It's not gonna ever be like that. Those things don't fuck me up.
Yeah.
It's always word choice. It's like the way I write, I don't write a specific thing to say in specific parts. I'll know what I'm trying to get to, and I'll know the rhythm that it takes to get there. So like example, when I said car, I said I'm a steer it. Like I said car instead of I'm gonna drive this joint for you, because I knew that I had to say something about driving. When I said he get thrown in the trunk, they said he get thrown in the trunk. The alien feel right at home when he out of space, ride around with Ace. You can't phone home. That's what I said. So I said you can't phone home. Instead of saying phone home, I said you can't drive, because I knew it had to do with car.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You can't phone home. You can't phone home, and I'm a car. I said, excuse me. I said car. I said you can't. I said this car doesn't know. You can't phone home. I'm gonna drive this. But it wasn't like a tongue twister. It was just literally choice of word.
Right.
I don't know. I have no fucking clue why I did that. Like,
when
I can't
I was
explain that.
when I was writing the recap for the website and I recapped you and Nitty, like the thing that stood out to me watching it at home, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here, is like I feel like you talking about like nerves or whatever not being a part of it and kind of like being more like eager to rap and all that shit. Like I think it's like I noticed kind of like an adrenaline dump by the time you got to the second round. And like that would be the one thing I felt like maybe took away from your performance a little bit, because for me, I thought your second round was your best round of the battle. But like I think because like you're so clearly kind of like physically like exhausted by all like the adrenaline and shit by that point in time, that like you're not like getting it off the way that you like should be when you get to the like machine arm and all that shit. Like that should be like all blending in together, and you should be like building it all together and saying it all at once with the crowd along with it, and being like a big haymaker type of thing. But like you're just so like drained by that point that you like can't like rap it how you wanted to.
Yeah. Moving around, battle rap is one of the rare things where you can't practice full speed. Like you literally can't. There's no like you can practice football at full speed. You can go and play basketball at full speed. Battle rap, You can't compensate for being by the audience and rapping it mic'd or not mic'd in a venue. You can't do it. You literally can't do it until the day of the event. You literally cannot. So it's like adding performance and being and having to move on that big ass stage. That stage at Warehouse is humongous. Having to cover the ground on that fucking stage, bro, while rapping, entertaining, being engaging, stay locked in, remember the raps, be cognizant of the moment, like being able to tell Rum, like, yo, get the fuck out of here. Like, yo, I'm talking to you, nigga. Turn around. Right? While also remembering raps, while also remembering placement, while also it's tiring. It's fuck. That's what I'm saying. Like being able to rehearse, you can't really rehearse that shit. Like you really can't, and it's just you. It's like it's not like a team. Like we're doing a play or we're doing like we're on Broadway. It's a gang of us. You know what I'm saying? So when it's a gang of us, like even like in a 2-on-2, it's call and response. Like when you say something, I know that this, I say this. You say this, I say this. You say this, I say this. Battle rap, like a one-on-one battle, that doesn't exist. I'm saying that to say like because you cannot like really fully simulate game day experience. That's why you have things like Bridge. Like Bridge would be exhausted when it's done rounds. And this is a problem that plagues like energy niggas, Rock, Briz, Twerk, myself. You'll see some level of like energy fizzle sometimes if we overexert ourselves early and round. But all the high energy battle rappers, Jack Boy, Lou Castro, I can go on and on. Like the high energy.
I think Souffleur is like probably like part of that too.
Souffleur, Sheed, Foots, and it's not like high energy niggas like Hitman. It's a lot of us though, but like you'll notice that that's like a common phenomenon. Whereas that's why you have built-in parts into your round that are meant to be low energy to kind of conserve, and then you can like push through no free for the end parts of the tail, like the end parts of the round. And I definitely learned, and I've had my issues with that before, but I didn't have like recently. I hadn't been one, but then like I said, the super amped up level, the magnified level of or the concentrated level of adrenaline for this moment might have been more than what I didn't properly like account for it. You know what I'm saying? So
and you took half your energy stomping the floor hard as shit for the sweet chin.
Oh yeah, that shit was straight. Nigga said, yo, nigga off camera, was it Twerk or Tay Rock? One of the two that was off. They went on stage when this shit happened. And they said they could feel me stomping from the back. Like they were in the back and they could feel the ground reverberate.
You were stomping hard as shit. Like
yeah, the front row.
Niggas
saying like
hey, nigga, this is the crazy thing. I wrote that, of course I wrote it, but I never practiced it. I just knew that's what I was gonna do, but I never actually like practiced stomping. So when I'm stomping, I'm just trying to stomp loud enough so that the fan, like the whole audience, could hear it. So I don't know how hard that's gonna be, but I know that I'd rather it be too hard, no freaky, and they hear it than for me to not do it hard enough and they don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, let me just make sure. Let me make sure. And I guess by making sure I did too much.
Did you know that it was gonna land the way it did? Because from a physical aspect of the way the building shook, I'd say up there with Fonz's I formation joint, it was like the biggest haymaker in terms of like building shaking. Did you know going in like this is gonna be a bomb when I perform it?
I thought it was gonna be a bomb. I didn't know it was gonna be like a moment. You feel me? Now when I say that if you look, I tweeted this. If you look at the actual film, like when I did, I'm staring at Rum like on some like nigga, like cause okay, so like I said, people don't know me and Rum are really, really cool. Like this is my nigga. Like this is really close, right? So when I'm he's looking ahead, but his eyes keep cutting, like, what are you going? Where are you going? What are you getting to? Right? He has this impatient look. Right before that, he had asked me, "Are you done?" And I said, "No." Right? He said, "You done? You done, nigga?" I said, "No." So when I'm stomping and I'm looking at him, when it lands, I'm looking at him like, is that what he's looking for, nigga? Like that's what. So I'm not even really paying attention to the fact that they're going crazy. So I start going to Sheed to get water. As I'm going to get the water, and he's looking like, "Nah, this shit is crazy." So that's when I look at the crowd like, "Oh, they're going crazy." That's how to react with him. You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize it. Like I was I was somewhere else. I did not realize that shit was going that crazy. Had no idea. Had no idea.
You was in such a zone. You asked us what the fuck. Like you wrote it.
Literally,
I'm asking you what the fuck.
I'm saying like, yo, why Ace asking us questions?
That shit, I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
I didn't even know if that was your best bar of the round. I love the Goosebumps bar.
Yo,
We
I was
heard
gonna
it.
say Goosebumps bar
Yo,
was
that
crazy.
was a great, that was such
Me
a
and
great
Lang like
ending.
that bar a lot. So to have that back to back, I mean, that that's really how rounds are kind of made. Peaks is what a lot of people judge rounds off of, and I think that's why your first, to me, is a heavily debatable round. You know what I'm saying? And maybe, in my opinion, your best round of the battle. Those are the two bars I walked away like, Jesus Christ, man. You know what I'm saying? So
the Goosebumps every time. They would. And the crazy thing, I literally wrote that bar right. Listen to that song. Swear to God, I was listening to that song. That's one of my favorite songs. I listen to that song every day. I listen to that song damn near every day. So I'm in New York and I'm listening to it. It comes on and I'm like, yo, yo, oh no, I'm listening to it and I'm talking to Sheed on my other phone. I'm talking to Sheed, and he's like, you don't have no pandering bars yet. I'm like, nah, I don't got nothing pandering yet. I don't have nothing like for Houston and shit, right? I don't really do that. I don't really pander. I don't really use current event. I don't do none of those things. Like I don't really do it. If I'm gonna write something, I write it. Like it's a reason why I write it. So like, and he says it and the song's playing. I'm like, and it literally says for the 213. I'm like, damn, he's from Houston. Like, I'm like, well, can I use Travis? I'm like, can I use Travis Scott? I'm like, Travis Scott. And then the hook comes in, like Goosebumps. I'm like, can I figure it out? I'm like, so I just literally right there. I'm like, I'm like, what? How can I say it so that they'll know what the cadence is? I'm like, lose my I said like Travis Scott, Kendrick Lamar, he used to make it easy as hell for him, get the Goosebumps. Now the part of it that I didn't say, that was literally, I didn't have a place for that in no realm. I literally just had it so that anytime something landed, anytime I had a crazy haymaker, I was gonna use it right after, and I knew that it was in.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have a place for it. I didn't have any place for it. I didn't have any place for it at all. Like I literally was just like, I'm gonna have it, and the second that I get a reaction that warrants it, I'm gonna say it. And that reaction right there, and I said right after that, I said, okay, this is gonna make it right. I said this is gonna shake it.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, like shit like that is like shit like that is what kind of like makes like really shows how much you've grown in the last like 4 years as a battler. Because like I like the Ace Amin from like 2019 would not have like had no shit like that where you could just like, yo, I'm gonna just add this whenever I feel like it.
No. I was doing it back then. I had a whole rebuttal, for Burke Bucks about hospital beds. And beginning of my second round, that didn't go at the beginning of my second round. I just used it because I knew he was gonna say something about luck. I've been doing that for a long time, to be honest. But that one was a whole 4-bar build up, so it made it seem a lot more crazy. But it was more so like it was literally like I knew he would mention Lux. I didn't know when, and he mentioned him in the first round, and then start my second round out the gate. I used it. You know what I'm saying? But I've always, I did it against John. That one bar about the casket closed. When I got to the venue early, I saw him in a suit and tie. So then I said, okay, the first time I get a big moment outside of my first, I didn't want to use it in my first round because my first round was so tailored in terms of the situation. I said, outside of my first round, the first time I get a big reaction, I'm going to use it. I had a few of them. Only problem with John, when I did that, I left out 4 other bars that I had. I had it, and they were haymakers. It was a haymaker. I would have had 4 back to back haymakers if I remember the 4 bars that I forgot when I said the mid round rebuttal.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm thinking about it with the Travis Scott thing. You also had one of those type bars when you battled John too. You had the Jermaine Dupri on books and Latin Pine and
the opening round, yeah. And I added that. The crazy thing is, I added that because we were supposed to. Okay, history. We were literally supposed to battle on URL originally.
Right.
And that's why I said he only booked this in Atlanta because he was trying to find an escape. I added that last minute. I added that like maybe 2 weeks before the battle. Maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I added that too. Like he only booked this in Atlanta just in case he's trying to find an escape. It's just because he had to fight. That was fire. Damn.
Yeah. I remember. I was in the build. I said, oh, he's got him. He got the round. He might get the right. Might have round already. I'm like, no.
Respectfully. Yeah, that shit got a lot of reaction too. Yeah. That rum that Goosebumps every time was crazy. You think that bar was better than Sweet Chin Music?
I mean, for me personally, I like the Sweet Chin Music bar, and I'm always big on like super first time creativity. And obviously, that was a haymaker and super creative. But wrestling bars, we hear things like that. The Goosebumps bar, by the time you got to the punch, obviously you say Travis Scott and Kendrick Lamar, we catch it, but I have no idea. You know what I'm saying? That's coming whatsoever.
You have no idea.
I thought it called me. I mean, you're in the mix of the event and shit like that's happening. But coming off of one haymaker, we're sitting there thinking of Sweet Chin Music. I'm like, it's almost like you're still a little bit lost, even though you're listening. It's like, yo, he just landed a bomb. I still got people telling me he landed a bomb. And then by the time I look back, because I'm doing the live tweets, you just landed another bomb. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I go right back on my phone. So I'm always big on chain and haymakers, man. When you get 2 of those like together, I feel like those are a lot of times what really separate great rounds from just good rounds or regular rounds. So me personally, I like the most, but you can't go wrong with either of them.
Respectfully. Okay, respectfully. I personally love Sweet Chin Music just because I've never really done like a performance bar that of quite like that. I've never really tried one. I've done them. I've tried them on like smaller leagues. I've never really like tried one and it just like went so well for me in the big building. Like not a performer. I don't really rely on performance, but I use performance to enhance things. I usually rely on the pen. I like like I said, I like to write what are called natural haymakers, where no matter where I place this, when I say this word right here, if I get through the whole setup clean, this will be a bomb. So I like to really rely on that, but it's like your first summer mat, I gotta try shit. I'm like, I have to attempt to try shit on this day, like even if I miss. I think I told her that. I said, yo, I'm trying some shit in my first round. If it does, if it lands, it's gonna be amazing. But if it misses, it's gonna be like it's gonna look crazy. But I don't give a fuck. Like I'll rap through it. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciated that. Just that I didn't realize how big that. I didn't know how big that reaction was until I watched it back at the taco truck later that night, and I listened to it, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Niggas went crazy. So that might be the one. Like I don't think. I think that might have been the biggest reaction of the night. I think. I know Alphonse was crazy with affirmation, and you've been in that pocket all your life. Now you've been in that play. You ain't shotgun. You've been in that same pocket your whole life. You know what I'm saying? Your whole career in that. You said you spent your career. You spent your whole career in that same pocket. But I don't know. I'm not greedy. I don't. It is what it is. I just feel like it was a great thing to do for me. It's one of those ones that is gonna be on reels forever. Like whenever I have a bona fide highlight reel that niggas can use on big stages from now. Like I have a bona fide one for Summer Madness.
So like, what was the bar that Nitty said if you had one? Because like I know there's like certain niggas be like kind of like zoned out when they're rapping. So like, what's the one that Nitty hit you with?
I listen to everything.
What's the one that Nitty hit you with that had you like fuck?
The whole second round.
Believe it or not. I told you, like me and Nitty, we on the phone me and Nitty. Okay, me and Nitty we have been like he's one of my sparring partners since his Reed Dollars battle. We've been every battle sparring partners, every battle. He hears my material, I hear his material before every battle. So I know how he constructs certain shit, and I know when he's winding up, and I know when he's like. So like if you watch my face when he says I don't care who I smoke bar, right? I knew what he was about to say. As soon as I heard the Young and Ace, I knew he was about to say. I just shook my head like, who I smoke. I know what's going. I said who I smoke. I don't care who I smoke. He's son of a bitch. But the one that really he didn't get nothing for it was fucking and I was so happy. I was like, yes, I thought it was a bullet. Because niggas knew what that was. If niggas caught that reference when he said, I don't care if you rob the armored truck for dead presidents, this bitch lift up from the waist. Listen.
That was insane.
That is. I told him that. I talked to him yesterday. Like that was fucking ridiculous. That was fucking ridiculous, bro. I don't care if you rob the armored truck for dead presidents. This bitch lift up from the waist. It's insane.
That's perfectly written. Like
that is
perfectly tailored to you, perfectly done, but it's perfect.
You must have liked it too. He was tweeting out exclamations. He tweeted out the clip from the movie when they pop out
that bar. That is one of the best bars that anybody will ever say to me ever. Yeah, because it ties in perfectly to me. Dead presidents, the dead pres reference, and then lifting from the way, but I don't get too much better than that. Like that right there for me was like, oh yeah, you're in mortal danger for real. Like you really might lose your life in here. Like you might not ever be able to rap again after this. Like that right there was like, oh yeah, stuff happens too. Stuff happens. It's just like why? Why?
Yeah.
Why, bro? You literally could have said that to him. Like,
why you say that to me?
Yeah, you didn't have to do that, bro. You didn't. Why, bro? We supposed to be cool.
This nigga gets into his fucking does his slogan and does like the last bump lend bias and like that's like a setup. And then
bro,
he said
I didn't know niggas was going crazy for that. I said I'm glad. But and the crazy thing is, I went to the same high school as Len Bias. All he had to do was say a Maryland nigga last bump like Len Bias. It's over.
I'm glad
you said that. I'm glad you said that, because
I'm so glad you said that because I have a question for you about so listen, in the True Foe battle, you said something about going to the same high school. Or you went to school with Len Bias.
Fuck that up.
I called me and Q were talking. Said, So I'm watching Ace and Truth, right? He said he went to high school with Lynn Bias. I'm like, that don't sound right. That
that ain't right. Lynn Bias died at 80. Lynn Bias died at 86.
No,
right.
but
That's why I'm like,
that's why I'm tripping. I'm like, yo,
like what just happened?
Nah. I fucked that up. It's supposed to have been. I went to the same high school with Lynn Bias. Usually,
Right.
so I know for a fact your first option should never be smoke with rock.
Yeah, it was like I went on the research.
Your first pick. I said your first pick. Your first pick should never be smoke with rock.
I started researching. I looked up Lynn Bias. I said, okay, they from the same area. I said, maybe he meant same high school. He definitely meant same. That's what he meant.
Yeah, like,
but I always want to ask you.
I got to make sure. I'm like, yo, like I gotta ask Ace this. Like,
yeah, if I went to high school with Lynn Bias, I'd be like 50 something, 50.
Right. That's why I just started thinking. I'm like, yo, ain't no.
I all the master. Nah, there's no way. He had me insane, but we gotta ask him just fun. I gotta ask that. But nah, yo,
I fucked that up.
At the end of the second round, like they caught it on. I don't know if you probably watched playback, but they caught it on the stream when you told Sheed and your man, like, yo, if you rap like that again, punch him in his face. Like, he do that again.
I made sure my mic was working before I said it because I wanted to make. I thought the audience was gonna be able to hear it. They didn't hear it. They were still too like amped up by the shit he was saying. I did it on purpose. Then I'm saying like, yo, listen. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to make it seem like it was a secret. So niggas is catching on to it. They think it's hilarious. It was meant to be fun. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I didn't really obviously. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
I understand. Because you gonna stop rapping like this at me. You gonna stop. This is gonna stop.
That was supposed to be his first round, man. That was his first round.
Yo, nigga, when he said some body weight over the shoulder like a hitchhiker, I was like, what the fuck is going on with this?
That was gonna be the first round? He was gonna start the battle with that?
That was the first round. He switched it around because of my first. The way my first ended, he put his third first. He literally was giving around. He was giving around away. Like, you know what I mean? But his third was crazy. And then he put his first as his second, and then the second as his third. He shifted the whole order of his rounds.
Bro,
that makes a lot of sense. That makes sense because he had a bunch of shoulder bump bars in the second.
Yeah.
And that would have made sense in the first. Yeah.
Yeah, it was awful. He won all those are awful being the first.
Yo, that like it was funny because like we're gonna talk about your third round, but like when you do the third and it's like, okay, like ain't no way Nitty can like come back and do whatever in the third round. And then he says, I held the app down for so long I could have uninstalled it. And I'm like,
he started giving substance, man. Like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, fuck that nigga, man.
I was like going in for sure. I'm like, yo, Ace is for sure winning the third, right? And like I still got you winning the third, but it was like damn, like then he like not giving this third up.
Man, that nigga, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. That nigga's not a good friend, man. that nigga's not a good friend, man. Like, we supposed to be cool. I wasn't out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you like I said, like, it's crazy throughout this whole process, like the promotion, the battle itself, I had nothing negative to say about it. Everything I said about him, even in the battle, I wasn't attacking him, his character. I was literally like, why don't you do these things? That's all it was. It's like, why don't you do this? Like, you do all of this shit, but why don't you do this too, nigga?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, do this too. Do this. It was never like you're less than or you're not this or you've been lying. There was none of that. It was literally like, you're just a puncher. Be something else.
Yeah.
You're a great rapper. You're a great rapper and you're a great writer. Why you don't try other shit? Stop being scared to take risks, nigga. Stop being scared to take risks. And he listened.
Right. That's one thing tactically I noticed we approached. Like the backpedal trailers kept playing in my head. Like backpedal. Because you were like, yeah, I'm not punching. We're gonna do some other stuff.
Niggas told me that shit in the building. Niggas was like, yo, you got a backpedal, yo. Like, I'm like, man, listen.
But yeah,
ain't no backpedal.
Yeah, tactically, I noticed like you didn't really you weren't trying to have a punch vest. You weren't trying to have a punch vest. So
no. Why the fuck would I ever? Bro, that's not smart. Right. I can do that with True Fall. I can go in there with True Fall and out punch True Fall. I can out punch most people. To be honest with you, most people I can out punch. Like I can literally. I've done it. I did it at Arsenal. I've done it to a lot of niggas. I can out punch a lot of niggas. Not him though. No. Not him.
Yeah,
that's the heaviest consistent puncher ever. Like,
right. Because I think tactically your approach was that's the right approach, right? But it's just the punches is so much. It's like, okay, well, all right.
I think my biggest miscalculation was rapping first. For God, I feel like that. I feel like with longer rounds and more substance filled rounds, if I'm the last thing you hear, like if my third was the last thing you heard of that night,
yeah,
we'd be having a different discussion.
Right.
Be having a whole other discussion. I think that was my biggest miscalculation, was that I thought that my first would be able to disarm him, so I was willing to take the risk of being heard first in order to risk trying to disarm him. 2 bars into his first round, I realized that didn't work. So yeah, I told you, I look right at Smo and Lang. I'm like, yo, like, hey, listen, I tried. Swear to God, ask me, because my life. I look right at the niggas like, hey,
That's 100% what happened, and I know that something else that we discussed. I know you said your third going in. You know what I'm saying? That you were confident, and I think it was extremely well received. And I know some people talk about direct indirectness, but for me, when a round is that good, and it was not even fully just that. When a round's that good, I don't really care to hear about any of those critiques. You know what I mean? But how do you feel about your third? Because I feel like in the building, although your first was well received, we were super duper
They love
rocking
my third, bro. Everybody, yo, listen. The third round, it was niggas. It's niggas telling me after the battle, you had me in tears. Smash tried to walk off stage because he was in tears. We were up there like it was and the thing is, like I said, it was true. It was nothing so people are saying like I panhandle. I'm like, bro, I spoke of my experience with them. I don't know how that's pandering. Like I'm like, yo, I didn't ask him for anything extra. I spoke of my experience. The only name, like those people, those things that I said about him doing those things, those were all true. I didn't say anybody's names. I said my niggas that's headlining Max out. Both of those niggas that I'm talking about, they both text me after I got off stage and tell me I was excellent up there. Ill Will and Hitman, both of them text me. It was I said my niggas that's headlining over there. Where they start? The only disparaging thing, the only name I said was ARP, and that's like that's just pageantry. That's like like it was a great bar to get. It was a great way to be able to get an Adam Charles. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't a personal attack on anybody. It was a defense of my people. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't an attack. It wasn't an attack. It was literally like, no, I fuck with my side because of this. They do A, B, and C for me. You know what I'm saying? And if niggas wanna take that, if niggas wanna be sensitive, then I mean, and that's not for ARP. If ARP takes offense to it, I understand. If he feels a way, I understand why he takes offense. I wouldn't, because it wasn't meant in a derogatory or like a inflammatory fashion. But I understand if he does. Anybody else, you're just being sensitive.
Yeah.
Just anybody else, you're literally being sensitive. You're literally being sensitive, and it's okay because you're not gonna do anything about it. So
yeah.
You're not gonna.
Incredible round.
I said it.
Is dope, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I thought the third. I don't know. I'm not for that. If you address like Kid Slade addressing what was going on with him is not indirect to me. It's not. He has to address that. Right. And how the fuck do you address your next opponent with that if you're what is that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
He has to address that. I addressed something that needed to be addressed in terms of current climate, and I tied it into Nitty. And you want to know what's insane? The whole lead up was to the fact that I'm literally insane, and then this is how they helped me with insanity. So if niggas are saying like it wasn't tied to Nitty, fine, that's cool. But it literally everything else was his slogan. I flipped his slogan a couple times. Shit that was dealing with him in battle rap, me dealing with. But he's an actual insane Crip member. Like he's a member of it said the insane Crip. So when I keep saying you want to know what's really insane, that's indirect. It's all to him. So whatever though. You know what I'm saying? Whatever set, I think that it's one of those rounds that you can criticize it from like a critique standpoint in terms of its directness, but what you're not gonna do is its long lasting impact. It's gonna be one of those rounds that people watch for a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I was up there for round of the battle personally. You know what I'm saying? So it was probably my favorite round to watch back when I was able to get around to watching back the battle. So mission accomplished on that.
Yeah. The suicide you decide I'll do the job. I don't care which voice to listen to was so crazy. I was like,
I left a lineup to really bring that home. I left the middle lineup, bro. And that literally was my brain doing all that stupid shit. It was supposed to be this the truth. When I went missing last year, my sanity went missing too. Diagnosed with acute schizophrenic, manic depressive, the shit that I'm living through, the weirdest shit, hearing shit. I forgot that line.
Damn.
The diagnosed with acute. And that's an important line because it contextualizes everything.
Yeah, it does.
I forgot that line. Like I literally left it as like diagnosed with acute schizophrenic, manic depressive, the shit that I'm living through. The weirdest shit, hearing shit, waking up like I don't know where this is. And I said waking up like I don't know where this is, and have to fix my move in addition to get permission to kill myself from people in my head that I never knew. So when you say suicide, you decided you do the job. Bitch, I don't even know which voice to listen to. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that was what it was.
That makes like a world of difference.
It changed the whole.
It does. It does. because you the way you said it, right? Because I wanted to what you said, I wanted to ask about it, but I'm like, he didn't say what it was, so I don't want to just ask him because he don't want to talk about it.
I was literally supposed to say that. It was supposed to be diagnosed with acute schizophrenia. We're diagnosed with acute schizophrenia, manic depressive, shit that I'm living through, the weirdest shit, hearing shit, waking up like I don't know where this is. I didn't realize I forgot the line, so I'm doing interviews after it, and I'm like, yeah, man, I'm being honest about, you know what I'm saying, and then I'm like, oh, I didn't say it.
I swear I was sitting there like,
I'm like, there's no way I didn't leave that. That's how wild it. Like, yo, I'm tripping. I'm bugging. I gotta be bugging. Listen to it again. I'm like, where the fuck is the bar at? Like, they edited it.
They edited it live.
I swear I've been sitting
this shit up.
Editing one second. Crazy.
Yo, for real. I swear I've been sitting here like, how do I ask him about that?
Man,
it was going on the whole time. So
I left that shit. I left that shit right. I omitted the most important part of that whole build up, and it still landed.
Right.
It still landed.
I do want to ask, like, now that, like, I'm not sure, and like if you like sit there and like think about what your best moments and best rounds, or like if you like care about shit like that. But like as an Ace fan, I'm thinking of like probably like your best third rounds, and I feel like you're like a very underrated third round guy. I feel like you don't get like enough credit for that shit.
Yeah, niggas don't give me no credit for nothing. I can't rap. I can't punch. I choke every battle, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a very.
You get credit for interviews. All right.
There you go. I do get credit. I mean, I don't even get. They use that to discredit me too. That nigga can't rap. He's just promo. You know what I'm saying? So, third round was that one of my the general third round was really good. I think both third round was probably my favorite third round.
I really love the Jay the Nightwing one. I love the Cortez one, obviously, but like
Cortez was crazy. I forgot about Cortez. Cortez was crazy.
Yeah, but like I love your like third versus Jay the Nightwing. Like that's like one of like my like favorites. I feel like gets kind of forgotten, and I feel like that third that you had for Nitty, even though when you get into like the more like URL based stuff and like what they did for you, like kind of touches on a lot of like the same subject matter that you touched on with the Jay the Nightwing third round.
Yeah, Jay Nightwing was really good too. I wrote that night. You know what I'm saying? Shout out the Goonies. I wrote that. Yeah, I wrote that shit that day.
Right.
I got through. I don't know how I got through that shit, but those are high risk games niggas used to be playing, man. God damn, yo.
Look,
Look. That shit creates some of the worst habits in the world. Cause you realize you can do that shit. It's just like, all right, well, fuck it, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Good.
As a high school procrastinator, yeah, I was like, yeah, I know this life.
Yeah.
I know this.
I can figure it out. It's like, yo, I'll figure it out. Like, if you got paper, you got a deadline to submit a paper, and you write really well. Like me, I can always write. It was like I know how to make a paragraph about fluff. I know how to make the first two sentences make perfect sense, and then to reiterate what was said in a sentence 3 different ways. And it's a 5 paragraph. It's like, okay, I'll get this done. I'll wait till 15 minutes before I'm gonna get it done, and I'll figure it out, and I will get it done. So with this shit, like writing raps, like I told Smooth, I can write 12 rounds right now. I can right now write 12 rounds. When I remember them, I don't know, but I can write them. Like the writing part, I don't know if I remember them. I can write 12 rounds right. If I had to finish 12 rounds by tomorrow morning of battle, I can finish them all right now. Setups, everything. That Lou Castro shit that I did on the Spaces, I wrote that shit 30 minutes before we wrapped them on the air. That's why niggas like, yo, he's stumbling in the space, but I'm like, bitch, I just wrote it. I just wrote it. I literally just wrote it. You know what I'm saying? So I can write material. Coming up with material is nothing to me. I can write 8 battles tonight if I gotta write them for 4. And it can be 4 other people. It don't even have to be for me. I can write other material for another nigga, but I don't know if I'm gonna memorize it. Yeah. But the dangerous thing, like I said, the dangerous thing is just when you know you can, you kind of get absorbed with that. I didn't do that with this rum shit. Only thing I did do, I did change my third round like kind of last minute. I changed some things and added some things. I moved some things around, but my second and my first, I kind of finished those. I knew my first round Monday. I think Monday I knew my first round. Tuesday I knew my second. I knew my second round Tuesday, and then I was just really like getting performance and getting like the pauses, the heavy like. Because that's another thing that that people don't realize. Timing is a big part of what I do. Timing is important.
Right.
If I don't have timing, my whole delivery is not the same. Yeah. It's not the same. Like, it doesn't come off the same. So, but that's what I be having to get this shit to know this shit early for, so that I can have like timing with it. And the third round, like I said, I changed it a few times, and then I've narrowed in on it Friday and Saturday. By Saturday, I had it. When I saw Smo in M Lane keep referencing that, I knew my third by then. I knew my third that night. I was like, I can rap right now.
Yeah.
If I have to, I can rap right there. And I could have rap right there and there. And that nigga would have kicked my ass anyway, bro. That nigga was fire, bro.
Right. With your practice and everything, like as somebody who packs a lot of words in, and that's somebody who talks fast, so people don't understand me sometimes.
Yeah.
How much like work do you have to do on like enunciation?
Pronunciation is easy for me.
Oh.
If I want to be clear, it's just practice. Like it's just like if I want to be understood, I'll be understood.
Yeah.
It's like you got it. If you, I don't think clarity is like a problem. And that's why I can get away with rapping at some speed. Like even with that whole shit, that whole you won't touch one. You want everybody battle rap list is a battle rap list is a +1. Plus Rum don't rap about none of that young dumb shit where we come from. Robbing I said Hollow give you a dumb. Robbing nigga, the goal was to hit enough licks that we could potentially become one. Niggas come from insane. I'm not the nigga you want to come from. They put up front. You better hope your mental health. You know what I'm saying? Like that's easy.
Nice.
That's easy.
Yeah. I haven't mastered it yet. I just talk fast. People don't understand.
Yeah, it's just this gonna sound crazy. You just gotta make sure that you man, I can't say it.
Something the world will never know.
Good.
Yeah, no matter how you try to phrase it, it's just not gonna be right.
Yeah. Understood.
I'm not saying that.
I understand. Yeah. So with eye towards the future, man, what are you looking for? You have any opponents in mind? I saw Suge tweet you today. Or like you have another top tier opponent you're trying to face?
Is Sugar top tier?
Oh man, that's
there's the quote. There it is. There it is.
Suge was supposed to this is what I be saying, man. I fuck with niggas, man, but you know, niggas be having their careers of mine. Suge was supposed to have. He said he was gonna send a shot at me in the Shuni battle. What was that, March?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did that happen?
I don't believe so.
I don't think so.
Remember? Does anybody recall the top of your mind? Do y'all remember the stick
really
like Ace Amin shot?
No.
It didn't happen.
I would have tweeted. I would tweet Suge and Ace Amin right now, and I don't think I had that tweet out. So
it didn't happen, man. And that's my dog, man. But damn, bro, like damn. After that, now, yeah, let's battle Ace. Damn, fool. I don't know, man. You know, we'll figure it out, man. That's all I can say. We'll figure it out, man. If it makes sense, it makes sense, man. I love that guy to death, but might not be the right time. It wasn't the right time in March. Might not be the right time in August. Might not be the right time.
Oh man.
Might not be the right time. Like we gotta make.
Any other top oppositions though that you got that you'd be interested in battling that? Because obviously after this, I don't think any of us or really most people want to see you battle. You know, you battle whoever you battle at the end of the day. But we're very interested in seeing you fill out the resume versus those greats. We'd love to see, you know, after a year when someone's taken on 3 or 4 of those, matching those performances. So is there any top ops that you have your eyes on moving forward?
I want to shut Verb the fuck up at some point. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna shut him the fuck up because I don't think that. I think that he makes good promoters look bad because he just always promotes well and then he goes in there and he just doesn't. He's not good. And I hope Francis somewhere like clipping this part right here. Yeah. I'm not really interested in a battle with him. I just want to shut him up in a battle. Like I don't care to battle with Verb. I don't give a fuck. Like Verb's not no bucket list nigga. I fuck with Verb. You know what I'm saying personally. Like I fuck with Verb as a man. Verb as a battle rapper has not been good for over a half decade. He was okay. He tricked the people enough against Lux that, you know what I'm saying, on first watch he had a lot of niggas think he won. He beat Mook. You know what I'm saying, when Mook's return, Mook hadn't been battled like for 7 years, I think, or some crazy shit like that, however long it had been. But against like moderate or good competition, like he's just against Easy, against Cal, against name them, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not it, man. It don't be it. So I'd like to chance somebody that does something very similar to him in terms of like rhyming and cadence and being able to like actually rap, but like with some substance. I want to kind of like show him whatever room we could rap whatever size room it's easiest for him. Cause I don't think a stage makes sense for him at this point in his career. I don't think that's you know, so, you know, room with 300 people, 500 people. I don't even think 500 people. That might be too much. 200, anywhere between 100 and 300. I think that would be like optimal for him. So if he's interested in that at some point, you know what I'm saying, I'm good. I just don't like the way he promotes too. I'm not, you know what I'm saying, like I'm like the shit with him and Swamp. Like it's like I'm not interested in that no more. I'm not interested in that type of promotion. Like this Rum shit was an actual like attempt to show people, because after that shit happened with Piranha, I wanted to show people like I don't normally promote like that. I don't need animosity in order to promote an event. You know what I'm saying? And then like me and John had actual real life issues that we were able to figure out and then use that as a tool. So that was like an understanding amongst us. Without me like having a conversation with Verb and he just creating attention, like his way of creating attention for a battle is shame, ignominy. It's just always negativity. It's not like humor. It's not entertainment. It's just negativity, negativity, negativity. Like the shit he's doing with A-War. It's like, bro, I really a headbutt you, bro. Like I'm not one of these niggas, bro. Like I really will break your face with my forehead, bro. Like, and I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's not even a thing. I'm saying if shit goes that way, is what I'm saying. And I don't feel like going through that. No, I don't want real life issues in battle rap no more. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had that happen twice now, and it's just like I'm past that point in my life where that makes any sense. Like that makes no sense for me. You know what I'm saying? So, but I like to shut him the fuck up though, because he just doesn't rap that good. He just doesn't. Like he's just not that good of a rapper. And it's just like he still thinks he associates his status in terms of like yesteryear with how well he actually performs and writes today. Like you don't rap right or any of those things in battle rap, because his music's still amazing. His music is fire, but his rapping in battle rap, his ability to attack an opponent and to withstand being attacked are horrible. He's not good. He's not good. He's not good. He's not a testament to what this sport currently is, like current day format. He's not that. Like you're not the peak. Like, if I want to introduce somebody to what battle rap is, I'm not showing them a current Verb battle. Never. Oh yeah, this is what you really want to be a fan of battle rap. Here goes Aye Verb from St. Louis. Battle against Easy the Block Captain from Philadelphia. No, bro. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. They'll never watch it again. Snortfest. Ooh.
I'm not gonna lie. He gonna do it. You gonna be in the space tomorrow morning at like 10 a.m. Ace Amin. Listen, until you did what I did, son, you got on a big stage one time, son. You did what I did, son.
He keeps talking about what they did when they done. Yeah, you're right. And that's exactly what he's gonna say. It's like, bro, like no one cares, bro. Only you care, bro. No one cares, bro. No one cares. I promise you, we don't care, bro. We don't, bro. And none of that, everything you've done is not gonna help you this weekend when you're battling Angry Ward. You know what I'm saying? Like go in there and reap this thing that you sowed. Like deal with that.
Right.
Deal with that. Like you over there antagonizing him like he's not really one of the foremost right now. Like you're not that. You were at one point. You're not that, bro. You were. You absolutely were a pioneer, forefather. Great. Dope. You know what I'm saying? And I'm spending too much time talking about this shit because he's gonna actually think that I have an interest in battling him. And he's gonna start doing the weird promotion shit. And I'm not gonna do it. Like I said, I'm headbutt you. I'm not doing that. I don't got nothing. I don't feel like it. So let me shut the fuck up.
I got a different question for you then. So like when I wrote the article on you that we posted, I'm like a few weeks ago.
That was you right here. Fire, man. I told friends, man, tell him tell him I appreciate the extensive amounts of research that he did for that, man. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, no problem, man. But like I was in there doing that and I was wondering, and I feel like we kind of like got into it the last time that like we like attempted to do an interview like behind the curtain shit. Like we tried to interview Ace like a minute ago, we like lost that shit. So like some of that stuff kind of like covers the same grounds, but like now that we have this, like you were on Summer Madness, you performed really great, you had this career year and it's still going, and like there can be even more that you accomplish. Like, are you like at this stage of 2023, like are you satisfied with like how the journey has went? Like are you like, that all roads led here, all the weird shit, all the stigmas, all the like real life setbacks, like how are you feeling about your journey in battle rap and how it's like led you to like today?
Okay. I am very committed to the belief of everything happening for a reason and when it's supposed to. So everything has gone according to the plan that it's supposed to. Like even if it wasn't my plan, it was the design of it. So I'm not upset with that at all. In terms of me being satisfied, no, I'm not satisfied though. I'm not cool. Like if everything finished today, I'm not okay with. If everything finished today outside of my control, then that's fine. But if I can control things and continue to like maneuver, I haven't even like I'm not even allowing myself to be comfortable with this outcome for this run battle. This is like I really went and watched the battle I watched it twice now to kind of I want to see what I need to do better. I want to see like for my next opportunity. Okay, how do I make? What did I do that? What did I think was gonna be completely effective that wasn't, and how do I shore that up? So I'm already like back in the lab. I'm already like thinking of different things to try. I'm already like I'm in the lab. Like I'm back like 100% committed to the grind. Like that's just how I am though. So the next time you see me, it probably will be nothing like this last time you see me. Just keep it 100 because two things. It's a different opponent, and I will have changed in terms of I already hate my run material. I hate it. I hate the material. I hate it. I see all the places where I could have done better, and like, yo, I could have said this instead of this. Could have switched these things up. I didn't have to go about it this way. I should have said this and this, that. You know what I'm saying? So, and that to me just is more of an indication of growth. And I just if I don't feel that way or think that way, then I think that's when I need to like move on to the next thing. When I feel like, oh yeah, I got it, or I'm satisfied, and I'm probably done with it. You know what I'm saying? So for me, there were so many things. Y'all look at my battle, y'all look at the performance, y'all see it like it was actually the best Ace Amin to date, and I look at it like that's a version of me that doesn't even exist anymore. So I'm still trying to, I don't want to be Aye Verb, so I don't want to be telling y'all about what I did 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like I was on some man with Rum. What you was doing? Huh? What you was doing? When I was on some man with Rum, I don't want to be that. You know what I'm saying? I want to be like, yeah, this next battle on Summer Madness this week, or like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be talking about I don't want to talk about this year Summer Madness next year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so that everybody, I feel good though. I definitely feel positive. I feel encouraged. I feel like watching things that I plan. Like Sweet Shit Music is one of the like it's small. It's like a microcosm. Though. It's like that plan of that bar working that way is an indication of like even me doing the promo for the battle to get the battle. It paid off. Like it was a risk and didn't have to go that way. I could have tried Sweet Shit Music and whiffed. I could have airballed and got booed. You say I could have mistimed it. I could have slipped up on a word, anything. But the fact that it worked that way is what like I look at the rest of the career like. It's like I gotta take risk and try things that are gonna put me in a place that I'm not necessarily comfortable in order to keep on like growing. For you. So
yeah. Are you still interested in the chess battle? I know it's been talked about for years.
yeah, absolutely. That could be a volume battle, I guess. I know niggas gonna say no, they're gonna say stage. But I wouldn't mind battling him in a volume like this year. If you know what I'm saying, like I want the visibility on the battle to be like we could have battled a while back. I'm not gonna say that. It was like earlier this year. It was an opportunity for us to battle, but it just wasn't gonna be on a streaming event, which was why I didn't want. It was a waste. It's a waste of it. Like at this point, when you get to the streaming event, and that's one thing like with me that kind of like puts me in a great position or freaky is that I haven't battled nobody yet. All right, Arsenal, Danny. In terms of names, the Arsenal, Danny, and John Cortez, if you want to count him, it's 5. So how many more battles do I have? You know what I'm saying? Like if you count them off, I got a million battles. I got Tay Rock, I got DNA, I got just niggas on this card. Pretty much everybody was on the card, other than John and Rum now. Got all of those people to battle. T Top, Jerry West.
I like the T Top matchup a lot, personally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But got a lot of options. Huh?
Smoke T Top, man. Smoke Dog T Top, man. T Top. Why do you like that matchup? What stylistically? What about that is presentable to you?
I'm just big on especially writers, but even non-writers. When I see people that I think are entering top tiers, I think there's a good argument that you are now. You know what I'm saying? People could be divided on it, but once you get to that level, I like seeing a variety of styles. You know what I'm saying? The writing versus writing to get the best battles, which is why you and Rum Nitty is, but pretty clearly, in my opinion, ended up being battle of the night. But being the best is all about sharpening your tools against all the different styles. And as a writer, T Top being to the traditional angler, even if he's not at his greatest right now. In my personal opinion, I still think to see your style up against that, that's just kind of checking the boxes, seeing how someone is against every style. So for me, it's one of those where I think right now too, he's given not necessarily just giving. I don't think it's much of him giving you a shot at this point, but he's battling. He's not just sitting and only battling, top tiers. He's taking a variety of looks. So for me, that's just one of them. But any of these matchups, man, I mean, you've arrived, and it's time for you to be in those matchups consistently.
Oh, JC, what you think about JC?
Ah.
See that, and then that's going back in the direction where we're looking for that. And the most dangerous battles bring out the best, and writer versus writer. I'm not mad at that one at all, man.
You want JC? Never. All right, man.
Yeah,
I like JC. I like a JC battle. I like a JC battle. I love a
I mean,
JC. I'm a big
as
JC fan. Though.
look
Like, I think you
as
can tell. I learned something from. I learned a couple things from. There's a couple things that I consistently do that I kind of got from a JC battle. To be honest with you, that you probably wouldn't notice, but you might. What the?
so as like your fake agents and managers, I'd love a JC battle personally because I'm like, yeah, he beat JC because that's what's gonna happen. But like, and like in
Respectfully.
terms of where I think JC is right now, I don't think that battle's it. In terms of where I think JC is right now.
No. I'm not gonna say he is or he isn't. That's my guy. Shout out to JC. I feel like it's a good like JC doesn't JC. If you're great against JC, I don't think JC ever has like bad battles. It's rare that he has. He like Rum. Like Rum doesn't have bad footage. He just doesn't. Like he doesn't, bro. He like you go through his catalog. His battles be really good or they be great. Like, it don't be. Even in battles where he wasn't his best, the opponent usually is like crazy, and it makes it like it's like Rum. I don't know. And JC's kind of like in that same kind of space where he doesn't really make bad footage. His footage is usually like it's usually good, bordering on great. He might not like. He's a killer though. Like he'll body some shit.
Yeah,
If you go in there and play around, like, he'll really like make you look crazy. If you
right.
play around, but I don't know if that's like my next look. I just asking how y'all feel about it. I don't know the shotgun shit.
I was gonna throw one out there. Like I like naturally you two got to like match up well, just like stylistically, been like part of the same class. You never clashed, like, but like you and Sick have never battled yet, and
Everybody wants that battle. Yo, niggas want that battle, man.
I really want that battle.
Want hear some rapping?
Like,
It's
Niggas
a
want
lot
that.
of raps. So many
Niggas
raps.
want that. The crazy thing is that like as much shit as we do similar, we are more different than we are alike.
Oh yeah, for sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
100%.
We're like
You got a
we're
lot
a
of
lot
differences.
more different. We are a lot more different, and in fear of like giving away strategy, it's just like I'm not gonna say exactly like the biggest, the most glaring differences, but the point that we're trying to illustrate is very opposite. We have a very different way of attacking our opponents.
Right.
Very different. Very, very different. And even like the style of rap, like his more external multi-focus, mine is more internal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm more like a very pattern and cadence driven rapper, whereas he does use his cadences a lot and he switches them. He's more so on the external rhyme though than he is on the internal.
Yeah.
So like, and for the ear, it's important to it's a very important distinguish. Like it's a very important like characteristic. Like it's very important. Like we don't do the stylistically. It might come across as it's very hip hop ish. It's
yeah,
very like what we do for hip hop. It's very like throwback hip hop ish, but it's not like
Right.
the same. He's dope though. Like he's super dope. He's amazing actually. And I would love the battle. It's just like I don't know if now like even like volume would be the like I guess the best place for it to happen. If we
yeah,
want to be stubborn and show that we can put on a show on the stage, you know, that we can wait, hold out for a stage. But I think that like volume would be a door. I just don't want to right now like Fonz and like us and all that that are like you know what I'm saying. I don't want to do anything that's gonna slow up anybody's like their rise.
right.
Like let's fuck these other niggas over, and
Yeah.
then we'll meet up back at the top. We'll meet up. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
done did a lot of work in my class. I done did a lot of work in my class. Like
Right.
No,
That's
like, yeah,
that's the thing like you and one that is cool. Like most of y'all have seen each other, whether it be through the tournament or through the PG Pro. Like a lot of y'all battled each other, which is why like it comes off better, I think, than like kind of the newer classes who haven't really battled each other yet, being like, oh, we don't want to battle each other. Like you have why not? That's you
yeah,
should.
they definitely. And that was what like PGs were like gladiator school.
yeah, for
That
sure.
was like that's where you really figured out who was who.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where the Crucible just like it is almost strictly based on potential. Where it's like, and I'm not mad at it. It's like you see the potential in a nigga, and then you mold that. You give him high leverage opportunities to be able to get better. Whereas the PGs, you sifted through it. It was like, yeah, you can have the potential to be a superstar, but you got to walk through these niggas that you're supposed to walk through first if you got the potential. And if you didn't, you wouldn't be here to find out if you were a superstar. So for the most part, you know, it was definitely some aberrations to all of that. But I think that they definitely should battle each other more. I'm not opposed to balance 6. I just right now I don't think that'd be optimal for either. Like anybody in my class, they don't really be one. Like this isn't a good deal for you. This isn't a good deal.
Yeah. Now the last name I got, right? The last name I got for this is, I know Homecoming's coming up. T-Rex.
I think he got some business with Chess.
Oh, okay. I've heard about that, but I didn't know what they were doing with it. But
I think they got some business they need to finish. I'm not opposed to that either. T-Rex my dog. I fuck with T-Rex. Rex is a good nigga. Fuck with Rex. Yeah, legend. Another legend plate. You know what I'm saying? I scrape him in New York. I scrape him.
I believe
I scrape him. Bacon, egg, and cheese, man. They be making that shit. They have a bacon, egg, and cheese named after that nigga. Like, that's my dog, man. That's my dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me not even make it seem like it's any other thing. But I don't think if he doesn't have business with somebody else and he's trying to get the smoke, I definitely will oblige him. Definitely will oblige him. You know what I'm saying? So rest can die. Rest can die.
Well, before we let you out of here, Ace, I don't know how much we had to had to say in regards to like that stuff. There's two things. One, I gotta ask you some anime shit, and then two, I got like a game for you.
Yeah.
So like one, I don't know, like you have like the anime bars and shit, which I'm glad because like a lot of niggas like don't really having like fire anime bars, especially like fire anime bars on URL. So like it's like really let's like you and Trufo be the only ones that be trying to like get those type of lines in. So
she be having them too.
She's had a few too. You're right. So I've never heard you mention it. Like Vinland Saga, do you like watch it at all? Have you heard of it at all? Like,
I'm familiar with it. So Vinland Saga, Jujutsu Kaisen. I haven't finished the second season of Jujutsu Kaisen. Vinland Saga is one of them I've been waiting. Like, I gotta have like a week. Like right now, I'm a super I be going through like I'm a super bingey nigga, and I hate watching series in their early phases, like Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
Because I gotta wait. Like I started watching AOT in like 2019 or 18, so I had 3 seasons to binge. You know what I'm saying? So I had like almost 100 episodes that I could watch. But you know what I'm saying? So it was like, it felt like something like no freaky. So it's like with Demon Slayer, I watched Demon Slayer season 1 as it was happening. So now we're in fucking 3, and we're in the Source Village. We're in the Source, and I've read all the manga. I've read everything. I know everything that's happening.
Yeah, okay.
So we're at the Swordsmith village art, and now they're talking about they're gonna delay it for 2 years. It's supposed to be winter. It's supposed to get it again this year.
Not just delay it. They talking about making the Infinity Castle like 3 different movies, from what I saw.
That's literally what they're gonna do. To say it's money grabs. That's why the reason why their animation is so high end is because of these fucking money grabs. Like when they did that shit before the Swordsmith, when they did the last 2 episodes from last season with the art district, and then the one new episode from the Swordsmith, they that was literally a money grab for the next to invest in the next season. So they're gonna do that. They see the attention for it, and they're like, oh, we're gonna drag this out. Like we're gonna drag the same thing with AOT. We've been watching this. Yo, listen, the last season of AOT has been 3 years long. Yo,
I'm waiting for AOT. I'm waiting for AOT to end so I can like go back through and watch.
Yo, bro.
And every time I look up, I'm like the final season. Like I thought final season started 2 years ago.
Yo, bro. That nigga Isayama owes me a fade, bro.
No, I agree.
It's no way. Way. You got niggas waiting 3 years for 3 episodes, bro.
Right.
It's no way, bro. It's no way you had a whole season and in the middle of the season, you announce like the middle of the final season, you stop it and you announce it to be continued for the second half, for the final part of the final season.
Yeah, nah.
Bro, I don't think you understand how vexed I was. And I was locked up for this shit last year. So when I find out that the season, I'm like, because I'm looking at it, I'm like, because once again, I've read the manga, I've read all 135 episodes. So it's like, I've read all 135. So when you get to a certain part, you're like, how many episodes is left? It's like 6.
That's what. No, that's
like,
what.
It's no way the whole
that's what I read it and I'm like, yo, like this isn't. Y'all can wrap this up right now. Like y'all can wrap this up right now.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, what are they doing? Yo, they're playing, at this point, they're playing games. Like, we're not about to, like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when I watch it and I'm looking, I'm like, hold on, bro. Like, this is about to be another, like, this doesn't end like this. Like when Peak, when they went to the roof and Peak, Peak bit, you know what I'm saying, bit his legs off, right?
Yeah.
And that was the end of it. They ended the season on this. They ended the season. in the middle of the Rumble half, that's when he literally when they're trying to stop him and what's his name from touching, and it's like, yo, like you ended the season, right? All right, man. You know what I'm saying? You get away with it one time, then they do it again.
No, then they dropped the hour long John, and then just like, yo, we leaving again. It's like,
yeah, we'll be back in November. Yo, holla at us. What the fuck are you talking about? Yo? How many times we gonna do this? Like, yeah, you know I'm saying. So I really like no, I'm really from the anime club. I'm really like I had the Goku Black. I had that Goku Black. That was all Goku Black. I didn't like how it pulled off on like camera. That's my fault though. You know what I'm saying? I think I had a little bit too much pink. You know what I'm saying? I should have just went a little bit more way black, like more black. I was going, for the Bret Hart shit. But that was Goku Black. That was Goku Black on that was like his hair over the shirt.
So you like more of like a like stack the seasons up. So yeah, like I'm assuming you haven't seen like Chainsaw Man yet then.
I seen part of it.
Seen part of
Okay,
Chainsaw
so no, I really be watching. I really be like.
No, because you mentioned like I know
Yeah, I
you
really
were
like One Punch
super
Man.
disappointed
Like, no, I really not just mainly, just not just like not just the mainstream
Oh yeah,
like shit.
no.
Yeah,
Like
I really watched like Death Note. Like, I really was like, I'm an Akira nigga. I was a JoJo's Bizarre nigga before there was a series. I'm like, bro, like, I really like, I be in the trenches, bro. Like, I be Castle, I be in the trenches. But like, I'm really like right now, the biggest thing would be like time. Time is like the thing that's just not on my favorite. Like, so like I gotta prioritize what I'm gonna actually watch, and because I spend so much time like trying to research battle related shit and rapping related shit and trying to get better at the craft. Like tonight, I got a session I gotta record. Like I owe a feature. I owe like 2 songs. I got all type of shit I gotta record, and I haven't written shit. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta meet up with my engineer like 1. So yeah, it's like trying to figure that out and then have a balance between like watching anime is just hard. You know what I'm saying? It's hard sometimes. So like the best times for me like in travel. Like if I'm like on a plane, I'll download shit and then watch, like I'll binge. But it's been difficult, especially these past few months. Like this summer madness shit being off it feels great. Like just being this shit done. Like that shit was like the most hyper pressurized. Like spent like 3 days resting. Like since Sunday I've been resting. I've been in a hyperbolic chamber. Like I've been resting. I need a sense with me, bro. At this point, like that shit took everything. I was exhausted. Coming off the stage, I was exhausted. Getting off stage, I was just like, yo, I don't got nothing left to give the world, yo.
Right.
Nothing. I won't say whose battle was happening, but I was literally asleep in the pit during another nigga's battle. I'm not gonna say who it was. Because it wasn't their fault. It wasn't their fault. It was just I was tired.
Yeah.
I definitely won't say who it was though.
Oh yeah, we'll say Vinland Saga. Like I think if you like, it's like I think the second season's finished and it like went like 24 episodes. So like you could like probably
I can catch up.
Yeah, you can like go and do that then. But I do have this game, so I know that you're like really cool with our guy France. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
France's family, but like France be wilding sometimes,
It
and
does.
and I've been keeping a list of some of the pause-worthy, out-of-pocket shit that he has been saying over the course of the year, and I've kept it specifically for when we're able to go and do this episode because I wanted you to know the kind of man that you are friends with. And
Can I start?
Okay, can you?
I don't know if you
one?
got this one. Yeah, I don't know if you got this one up there, but I want to talk about this one.
Go ahead.
It was time in December of last year. I'm out and about with some friends. At a little this little Christmas festival thing, right? I'm outside. I get a text from our mutual friend France, and this is all the message said: "Getting tugged right now."
Swear to God. Swear to God.
That's the exact text. And I go, naturally, I stare at him like I start walking. I'm like, nigga, what? He don't text back for like 15 minutes. So at this time, I'm like, yo, Q, what's up with your mans? What's going on right now?
Yeah, I don't. Did he ever provide an explanation for this?
Yeah, he came back like he's like, oh my bad, that was crazy. I meant I was being pulled in 2 different directions. I'm like, why you didn't just say that?
Yeah, bro, you never supposed to say I'm getting tugged, bro. Like
Never.
No, with no follow up, no context, then he just disappeared.
Yeah, getting tugged sound like you had a massage parlor.
That's
right.
And
you trying to figure it out, like
I'm like, why you telling me this?
I literally that's what I would have asked, and like, why you think to share this with me, brother? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy for you, but goddamn, like, bro, like that ain't necessarily my business. Like, like for no reason. Like that's not my business, brother.
So, so again, to continue on, in a space, I'm guessing around the time in which Outside 2 or 1, I can't remember. It was a space in which a friend of the show, Truffaut, was in, and France said to Truffaut, and I quote, "Pause. I know you like being in that position with your back against the wall."
What?
He said it, man. I'll tell you. He said it. So he said it.
What was Truffaut's response?
I think they just kind of like all this trying to like move on and trying to not address it.
Yeah,
ain't no moving on. Ain't no moving on from that. We got to figure this out.
The Midwesterners, they don't like playing the game. They don't like the Chicago Midwest. They don't like playing the ball.
I don't give a fair. Yeah, that don't change what he said though. He said that to you. He said that to you. It don't matter if you play the game or not. He played the game. He know what the fuck going on. Why he say that to you?
So
why is that okay? Why is that okay? That's not okay. That's horrible.
So I think outside. I think this is still the same event. Outside one, the same event where he battled. We battled clean. So France was there, and he was giving us updates and recaps from whenever he got back to wherever he was staying after the events and shit, right? So I'm minding my business. I'm on my computer. I think I'm reading Berserk when France texts me, right?
And I'm at work.
With no context, at 1 a.m., France texted both of us, me and Titus, separately, round 2 with a question mark.
What?
Yo, I'm trying to tell you.
I'm telling you at the same time. Like both, he texted me, yo. I said, yo, is that round 2? I said, first of all, don't ever say that again at 1 a.m. to me. Don't ever do that again. I just want you to know that I responded. You know what I'm saying? We both responded the way we should.
He get away with it. We made sure
he don't co-sign any of these egregious actions. You know what I'm saying? We went to the
1 a.m.
1 a.m. 1 a.m. Ace.
1 a.m.
1 a.m.
You got to be more cognizant of what's going on around you, but you got to have self-aware. You got to have situational awareness.
His brain is fried. Like,
why would he say that? I don't know. This is real quick before y'all go on. This is one of the most legendary text threads ever. I don't know if y'all familiar with it. Before Pharaoh did that stupid shit or whatever, whatever may have happened, didn't happen. I don't know. Before he got locked up for that shit, he got locked up for it. Him and Truth Watson were about to battle. At 2 a.m., 3 a.m. one morning, he instant messages him on Facebook and says, yo, Truth says, yo, that nigga text back, big booty. Pharaoh text big booty. Big booty. It doesn't respond to nothing else. Like, that's it. Big booty.
Wait.
What the fuck?
He just let that sit in the air? He just let that sit there?
That nigga's a criminal.
He texted him big. He texted him big booty at 3 a.m. and didn't text him back. If you go on Facebook, if you're friends with Truth Watson, you can find this shit. It's some of the fun. He reposted every year as a memory. He reposts it every year. He reposts it. It's some of the funniest shit ever. He's like, yo, this nigga literally just texted him. And they were about to battle, so I'm guessing maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm only guessing because I can't say what was in his mind at the time because this is egregious. He said, I think that he was watching him battle, and then he was just like letting them know, like, you big booty, but it was just like big booty, like, and then nothing else. He said, yo, big booty. He said, yo, big booty. Yeah.
Yo adds a whole other layer of horror.
Yeah. Like it was like I got something to tell you.
Trying to get I got something important to tell you. Like, this is important.
Big booty. Big booty. Crazy.
All right. So I got 2 more of these for you, right? So,
all right.
France.
What's up with France? France is a freak.
Yo, listen, France. Here's his neighbors. I guess like sort of hanging something up on a wall or some shit, and they're like making hella noise or like hitting the wall.
Oh my god!
So France hits like the wall.
They're banging on my wall.
Yes.
Look, it's worse than that.
It is worse. It is worse.
Look, so he like hits the wall of his apartment back, and then they do the same thing, and then France tells us, and I quote, "Pause. We got into a bang off."
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck is he talking about?
The bad part about that was like, as he's explaining it, I hear him saying the word pause. He's saying bang too much, and I'm like, it's gonna end badly, and ended worse than I imagined. I'm like, nah, see, I saw it coming. And he just that's what he said. That's how he. Well, that was crazy. France. He's France is invading all this pause talk is invading. It's invading the conversation on pause talk.
We had a bang off.
That's what he said.
Swear to God. So the last one I got. So I got the last one I got for you. Oh, y'all didn't even remember he said this one. He said niggas breaking through their walls. Who the fuck? What was that?
I forgot about that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. But Titus can help me here. What was the context when France growled and then said, how did you like it?
Oh, I don't know what. I really don't. I don't know what the full. We were having a regular conversation. He was talking about something, and he just growled. I'm like, nigga, you just growl?
And he was like, yeah.
On a phone with on a conversation.
Y'all keep fucking with this.
No, listen. So France growled, and you're like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why'd you growl? And he was like, how'd it sound?
Yeah, yeah. That's what he asked us. And we hung up the phone. The call ended. We hung up the phone like, nah. We hung up. We're like, nah, we're not talking no more. We're done for tonight. The conversation's over. I got nothing to say to you.
There's nothing to talk about.
Yeah, I got nothing to say to you.
When was this?
This was probably like 2 months. Was it 2 months ago? Maybe 2 months ago.
It might have been last month.
Like it could have been last month.
He might be going through something, man, that we don't know. Like it got to be something. Like he might be possessed by the false demon or something. Like there's no way you telling niggas we had a bang. There's no way, bro. It's no way you come up with the because you gotta think. Bang off isn't like a common term. That's not something you just say.
Nobody said
you had to think about that like creatively. Like, yeah, I'm gonna say this way, and then said it. That's not something like, bro. Like, there's no way you thought of that, thought about saying it, then said it, and didn't realize that shit was like horrible. You meant
game
that.
maker.
Yeah, you meant it's a whole bunch. I'm talking about. I don't even want to say what the Don DeMarco you get for saying gay makers. Like,
oh Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man. Damn, bro. Damn.
No, listen. So I don't know what.
So I gotta call friends.
So Titus,
yeah.
Which one should I pick?
Man.
Well, yeah, which one should I pick? Should I pick the Luka one or the Jalen Green one?
Nah, go Luka. We'll go Luka.
All right. So this one isn't nearly as bad.
But he's got the Luka offenses as a whole are just a lot.
But like France, you know that Luka Doncic game winner in like that playoff game against the Clippers from the bubble.
Huh?
Do you know that like Luka Doncic game winner that he hit in in the playoff series against the Clippers in the bubble? Like,
oh yeah, I remember.
France knows like the exact date of it, like off the top of his head, like knows the exact date of it, and sent us a text like talking about it's been however many years since one of the greatest shots in NBA history, and that's not even like necessarily like the worst shit he's done.
Yeah, the Luka offenses as a whole is the problem. He would send
us like
pictures. He'll send us pictures of Luka and enjoying his summer at like 7 a.m. Just a picture of Luka.
Yeah.
Oh, he like Luka.
Too much,
man.
Too much.
Like is a strong
that's strong enough of a term. Yeah, nah, it's bad. It's bad, bro. I'm telling you, he won't send us basketball highlights of Luka. It's the summer. He ain't playing basketball. He sent us just a picture of Luka, like, oh, he in shape.
Hello says it's Luka's dog's birthday. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all ain't said nothing.
Yeah, like
text me. I don't.
France, what's going on?
Yeah, like
we're gonna change France name to Slovenia.
Like
your name is no longer France.
I just felt like we couldn't like have you on the podcast and like not inform you of these things. So I feel like this is important to tell you.
Yeah, we all friends with France, so we felt like you need to be aware because maybe you can get through. Maybe you can get through them in a way that we can't.
No. There's no way. I'm gonna make him aware that I make him aware of the fact that I'm aware of his transgressions, and I'm gonna ask that he politely figure out some way, like if there's therapy that's needed, if there's whatever he needs in order for him to like get to a point in his life where he isn't this way, because he wasn't always this way. He wasn't always this way. Like this Luca love, this Luca shit that he got going on. I don't know where that comes from. Like I don't none of this shit. Like,
one of the crazy. He's a Lakers fan.
Allegedly.
So why all this? Yeah, I mean, yeah, allegedly, allegedly is good for this one. Like, cause he's bugging. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't even know what to make of that. Like, I'm genuinely flabbergasted. Like, why would you? I know he does bring Luca up a lot though. Like, and I've noticed that. Like,
yeah. Like think about it now. Like,
yeah, you putting the pieces coming together.
he does think Luca is like some revolutionary basketball figure.
Yeah, see,
and that's all. I thought it was that though. I thought that's all it was to it. But now, you know what I'm saying,
yeah, nope, it's worse.
Yeah, man, friends. Damn, friends, you gotta be true to your truth, man. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? God damn, friends out here living a double life. Triple. Friends out here tripping. Come on, banging. We had a bang off, bro. There's no way, bro. Come on, bro. It's literally no way you meant that. Like, and it's no way you thought of that and didn't think like, yeah, this. I probably should say this. It's no way. There's no way on earth.
Hey Smo, before we let Ace go, did you have any more friends? Any more friends quotes or?
Nah, man.
I just
really want this fixed. This has been like this right here. I don't, champion over here offering contracts. This should make me look at it a little differently every day, man. Help our brother France heal and find what he needs to get to a better place. That would be great, man.
France is nasty. France is definitely nasty.
That's why, boy.
That's my guy. I fuck with France. That's my guy. But it's like it's been so much I could do for you when you're not being honest with yourself. Like you got to be honest with yourself, bro. If you out here living a double life, you need to just tell niggas you're living a double life. And if you're not, you need to fix this bullshit you're with. Yeah, you're bugging. Talking about some goddamn. The bang off is the most egregious one to me. Bang off.
It's insane.
That was different.
It's insane.
Round two, like all this weird round two, but bang off is crazy because bang off is literally premeditated. It's like bang off is I thought about saying this shit and then I knew that this shit was gonna be crazy and I would just say it.
The bang off getting tugged in the fucking round two or just like
getting tugged is crazy. Getting tugged is wild. Like what the fuck are you talking about, bro? You in the Chinese in the goddamn I said the Chinese, that's bad. You in the sunlight day spot need to figure out what you about to do, but you don't need to tell everybody what you got going on, man.
Right. Exactly.
Niggas nasty, man. Niggas nasty, man. Niggas nasty. I need y'all to go back, for y'all to have and go back and watch that battle, man.
For sure.
Watch it a million times. It was entertaining as hell. I feel like it's a contender for battle of the year. I think that it's the best battle on URL of the year for sure. I don't think that there's been a better battle on URL this year. Higher stage, higher magnitude. I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? I could take it straight in there. But in terms of like overall, the effect that was achieved, like I don't feel like it was anything better on URL this year. So,
sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, man.
I could be corrected. I appreciate that.
My bad. Go ahead.
What's up?
I thought you stopped. My bad.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't saying shit.
Okay, yeah. Thank you. Appreciate you, man, pulling up. Thank you, man.
Appreciate you big time, Ace, man. Congrats on the performance. Career hot, man. Carry this momentum.
Absolutely. Oh, and look at that. Oh, there he is. Oh, no, he's not here, but he's not here. All right. And yeah, I'll say it for it, man. Thank y'all for listening, man. Ace, appreciate you, bro. One more time. We can't hear you, so you come back. If you come back in my audio, we'll just hear it. But all right, man. Let's talk battle rap. We out and watch what you text your friends.